Good day, my name is Sky, and I appreciate you spending some study time with me. I'm here to help you make money in online poker by teaching you key strategies and getting you to take action. So I've been looking forward to bringing you this episode for a few weeks now, because sometimes a new student comes to me and his issue is one that I know many people struggle with. Now, my new student's finding it difficult to make the time for poker play and for poker study, so I gave him a simple 3-step solution. Now, this simple 3-step solution anybody can use, and it inspired me to create the Get to It Poker Challenge, which I'm going to give you at the end of the episode. That challenge utilizes these 3 steps to help you work on a specific area of focus that you need to work on. Go to the show notes page for today, smartpokerstudy.com/pod487. It's going to help you take notes on all that you're about to learn. Speaking of learning, let's learn! Gambate!
I'm a college man. I won't need my high school diploma anymore. I am too smart. I am too smart. I am too smart. I am too smart. S-M-R-T. I mean S-M-A-R-T.
This episode was inspired by a new student who sent me this email. I'm very disappointed so far, but not with anything but myself. I have had a lot of things going on that have distracted me from taking time to really dive deep into the Poker Forge or even play as much as I wanted. I have just kind of bounced around here and there, looking at all there is to offer. Starting this week, I am determined to get the show on the road. So as soon as I saw this email come in, I composed an email right back to him with a simple 3-step process. And I'm about to give you that 3-step process that you can implement in your own life right now to get you working with purpose, with poker play and poker study. Now, these 3 steps, they're actually quite simple, and I have a challenge I'll give you later on to help you do these 3 steps and become a top 1% poker player. If you can build the discipline and the habit of just doing these 3 things, you're going to make leaps and bounds in your poker journey like never before. Step 1, choose one thing to learn. Maybe you bought a recent course or you're a member of a site like the Poker Forge and you want to focus on just learning from that. Maybe you bought a new poker book and you want to learn everything that has to teach you. Or maybe you just downloaded the perfect podcast that addresses your biggest poker leak, so you want to focus on that. The key here is that you choose only one thing to learn from until you finish it and you ignore everything else. Do not allow overwhelm or FOMO, the fear of missing out, to derail you from finishing and mastering that one thing that you've chosen. But do allow yourself to ignore everything else. Step 2, dedicate 1 hour per day to study and play. We're going to keep this super simple. Block off 1 hour in your daily schedule for poker. Here are some ideas for you. First thing in the morning, you can do it. During your lunch break, do your poker play and your study. Right after you get home, before you have dinner, or at night, 1 hour before you go to bed, turn off Netflix, get to work. Now, I know that with family, work, friends, hobbies, and even more, it can be tough to find a free hour every single day. That's why you have to make this hour available for poker. If somebody offered you $10,000 to dedicate 1 hour per day to poker for an entire month, could you do that? I bet you could. If you can do it for an imaginary $10,000, you could also do it for just the promise of improving your skills. And if you could do it for an entire month, you can do it next month, the month after, for the rest of this year, and for the rest of your life, without that imaginary 10 grand. Step 3 is to study for just 10 minutes and then play or study some more for 50 minutes. Here's how it works. Whip out that one thing that you're studying and study it for just 10 minutes or until you learn a strategy that you want to practice. As soon as you say, I'm going to practice that, bookmark that part of the video, the book, the podcast, the article that you're reading so that you can pick up where you left off tomorrow. Then fill the remainder of the hour with purposeful in-game practice or review hands from your database to analyze how you've played that situation in the past. Tomorrow, you're going to resume studying from that bookmark for another 10 minutes or until you learn something new. Then you're going to practice with purpose or review hands in your database, whichever one you want to, for the rest of that hour. Look how simple that is. Just doing those 3 steps day in and day out is going to put you in the top 1% of poker players because you're going to be doing more, working smarter than 99% of your opponents. Those simple 3 steps. Step 1, choose one thing to learn. Step 2, dedicate 1 hour per day to study and play. Step 3, study for 10 minutes, learn something, then play or study for 50 more minutes. I always give you an action step because action is the greatest teacher. So first, please like the video if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and then leave a comment. It helps spreads the word about Smart Poker Study, and I appreciate it. Next, the action step for today, do the 3 steps that we discussed. Center all of your poker play and study around those 3 steps. Do it today, do it tomorrow, and every day after that. To help you put these 3 steps into action in your life, I designed a poker challenge just for you. Now, it's called the Get To It Poker Challenge, and it's a 3-day email series with videos and action steps that help you get to it and follow the 3 steps we discussed. smartpokerstudy.com/get-to-it. That's one word, get to it. You're going to get a welcome email from me right away, and then 24 hours later, day 1, day 2, then day 3. Each of those has a link to a training video, as well as a downloadable PDF to help you get to work that day. Join the Get To It Poker Challenge, smartpokerstudy.com/get-to-it.